So, welcome to Revisiting History, and within the last week or so, we've been dealing with the removal of the Young video, the one that talks about synchronicity. And I'll go through it again because I want to explain the contents of the video because it's been removed. And that within the video, the whole idea is that Carl Jung is explaining that there is this almost transcendental idea within the universe that um, if you think about it, you so he uses the idea of the red car. The red car. You think about a red car, and say you're thinking about it, and then it passes, right? And then all of a sudden, that moment, it's almost like a connection between the red car and then the thought. All right. Well, there's another idea of he was treating a young woman who was dealing with some significant problems. And at that moment, during the treatment, it was a cold winter night, and then a Setonia rata, a beetle comes buzzing and hits the window. He lets it in, he takes the beetle, and then he takes and gives it to her. Well, what are the chances this beetle's going to be out there in the winter? And there's some other elements to it that make it more significant and more synchronized. But that's the whole idea of synchronicity. I highly encourage anybody to look it up and do more research, despite the fact that Akron University's Museum of Cummings, the Cummings Center is doing this. So um, I'm going to go ahead and read the email that they sent me. So I reached out and I said, hey guys, what's the deal? You could have just not removed my video. You could have just, taken credit for it, basically gotten any kind of monetization. That would have been fine. I would have been cool with that, especially because I had like at least the 1 minute vocal that I did, narration. So they say the Richard I. Evans papers are housed at the Dr. Nicholas and Dorothy Cummings Center of History of Psychology, CCHP, the University of Akron. This is their YouTube channel if you'd like to look it up. The Cummings Center for the History of Psychology, CCHP, the University of Akron. So, like I said, attacked by the institution of Akron, an actual university. The Evans family passed legal ownership and copyright of all Evans materials to the CCHP. As a nonprofit with limited budget, we rely pretty heavily on licensing our content for our operating budget. Those funds help us process, preserve, and make available our historical record. The Evans Papers films are available for public academic use by appointment. Once you remove the film from our channel, you can let us know, and we will request they remove the strike. Here are Evans plus Young films that you can view and still require the access to the content. And they reposted this video, like I said, a week after they struck my video. So basically they said you could license it, but we're taking down your video, period. You have a strike. We're going to leave it there unless you take down your other video about us. But no, they're attacking us again. Like I said, they could have taken the other route. They could have said, well, I don't see why not. Just go ahead and monetize this kid's video. You know, but that's okay. Nonetheless, we carry on with original content. This is original content. It's provocative. Akron University, I'm looking at you. It's kind of sad that a large institution with few followers would come after somebody who, again, has few followers at the moment. And, this is a major university. It's an actual, at Akron EDU. So, to let you know the sincerity of these individuals. There's the email right there if you want to zoom in, freeze it, read it. But, again, I don't care really. It's more the irritation, but we'll just produce more original content than ever. We'll put out more public domain content than ever. If people want to be super salty about the content that we produce and the content that is transform, we transform the entire clip. I dubbed in video in portions of it. I changed the look of the video. I narrated portion of it. I don't know what transformative is at this point. So University of Akron can go kick rocks. Got some more videos coming up shortly about news and stuff like this. But like I said, more. We got a lot of book reviews coming up. We'll have a lot of sites coming up. We'll have a lot of sites that have been on my bucket list for a long, long time coming up. Particularly, I'm not going to say it because it's too good. But some really, really good ones. And then we're thinking about maybe leaving the state just to get some better ones in general because other than Central Arizona, there's a few, maybe half a year left, a year of content, but other than that, there's no reason to stick around and record the history of Arizona much longer. We've recorded a lot of it. Granted, it can be thoroughly dove into and chopped up for many, 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 many years to come. But I think the actual recording of the content for at least this moment is probably good for after about a year from now. We're going to move south, then we'll move north, or vice versa, and then finish up what we have to do, and then we'll pick another state, and then we'll move on to there. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the first 4 seasons of Revisiting History, and continue to tune in because it's been a ride. So stay tuned. Maybe we will have some Cavity Peterson type stuff coming up, and some wild stuff. So stay tuned and get out there, revisit some history.